Hi everybody, in this episode we start in Daventry, Fiona's dad's hometown, head up through Kampen, then finally out into the IJsselmeer, where we go through Lelystad, through a whole big wind farm, and then across to Volendam. Just love the canals over here, it's amazing, join us. Okay, so you can probably make out from the introduction that my voice is not good. We're coming up to the time when we're going to head home to New Zealand, so I thought I'd just have a little bit of a chat about things before we get into the video. First thing is, I think it's time for me to have a break from the boat. A little bit like being at home. If you're cooped up in a small space for 10 months, then you probably need a break from that as well. So it's been a pretty intense year, or 10 months, since I came back to Awanui, NZ, and I'm just feeling like I need a break from her. So I'm just super excited about going home this year. Last year I wasn't. I just wanted to get back to the boat again. I left here. I didn't really want to leave. I just wanted Blossom Valley done and come home. This year I'm just so looking forward to getting home. Miss the family, miss our friends. It's a little bit of a turning point. I feel like there's a little bit of ahead of me on the boat. You know, I've put a couple of dings in her, got some scratches. I really want to get on top of those. So that's going to be a priority when I get back. But just feel like maybe getting a little bit run down. It's been intense. A little bit of a cold sore, chesty cough, bit of a headache at the moment. Obviously, I'm a male, so I'm dying. Anyway, it has been an amazing journey so far. We're in Holland. We've found somewhere for the boat. We got these wonderful people that are going to pop in and see it all the time and keep an eye on it. The people that we towed in a video, which you'll see in a video coming up. And then they've just paid it back or paid it forward, however you want to look at it. Just one of, or a few of many wonderful people we've met here in Holland. Anyway, here we are in Volendam, having a great time with Ken and Jude. They'll start coming into videos shortly. We've got Vince turning up. So what's Vince going to know this time that I don't know? Bound to be something. Anyway, we're meeting them in Amsterdam tomorrow. We're going to keep the videos coming. I really want to do a live broadcast. I've had a lot of people say, hey, we'd love to ask you questions. So I'm going to work on that when I get home. When I've got the boys at home, our sons, they'll be able to help me get into that. And then we're going to do an update on the cost so far for a year. So we'll get that out to you as well. Anyway, look, really hope you enjoy this episode. They do get a little bit repetitive because we're in the canals and we're going in and out of small marinas. But hey, look, at the end of the day, I want to record our journey. So stick in with it. There's some great sights there, some lovely towns we go and see. Once again, just thanks for all your support, people. Cheers, eh?
Hang on, Mark.
Watch the ball there.
Oh no, we're out. Oh, didn't need the fender. All late for nothing.
So sorry about the lack of footage, folks. We ended up with so much footage to store after I had that period where I couldn't edit or make any episodes, that it just got too hard, so I've only been able to put one camera up at a time. But the big thing you notice in Holland or in the Netherlands is the simple fact that marinas are built for canal boats that are generally not wider than 4 meters. So all the slots that we get put into are very, very tight. That one that we just came out of, the pole on either side, we literally had about 6 inches, if that, on either side. You would have seen it in Dordrecht as well, coming into that marina. Built for 4 meters, we're 4.65, so you've just got much smaller margins to work with. Generally not a lot of wind, generally flat conditions, so those challenges are gone that you normally meet at seaside towns as well, or villages as well. So you can just do things very slowly, take your time, and just make it happen.
Is it wet? Is it? Hang on, I'll make it dry. Oh, Mark lost the cover in the ocean with the wind.
No.
Oh, we got poo on us, Mark. Mark has cameras. Oh,
Goed anders dan
ja, is it on?
Ja,
It's already on.
daar gaan we natuurlijk enorm in zitten.
It's quite narrow.
So here we are coming out of the Deventer harbour. Obviously red marker on the starboard side going out of port and green marker on the left, but also when you're going into a waterway that is travelling downstream, it's taking that you're going out of port. So from here on in, all the markers are as if we were leaving port. And that's the ASL out there, and it's definitely flowing it between, well, it slowed down just a tinsy bit. When we first went into it, it was a good 2.5 knots. Now it's probably down to 1.5, 2 knots. But you do need to be careful, because as you're coming out, it absolutely wants to grab your bow and take you around. It's not nearly as testing as when you come into the marina though, because as I said before, when you come into the marina, you've really got to go past, or at least a beam, turn around and come back upstream. Otherwise you always run the risk of being pushed across sideways onto the shoreline. And look at all these bridges. I mean, we're coming up to a whole stretch of bridges now, but nothing like when we start going down to Haarlem. You'll see that in an upcoming episode. I think it was 7 or 8 bridges we went under there. They had to all lift though. But across the IJssel, most of the bridges are about 10 metres high. So we can go straight under them. On each of the pillars, they normally have some marked graduations to show you exactly what the air draft is, and as we know now, we've got 7.2 metres. All of these are 9.3 up to about 13.5 metres. So yeah, really are built to get the boats through, but obviously at times there'll be yachts that can't go under here. So it really is for motorboats. You can see it on the left there on that pillar. That's at about 10 and a bit metres, so you really can go under with a bit of confidence. But if there are bridges that have to lift up and they get broken down, you've got to try and find them. And we came across that. Luckily, the harbour master told us all about it. But anyway, big barges still heading past. And remember, those barges, that one that's going past on the port now, you can often get one coming the other way. They obviously want to go port to port if they can. And then we've got to try and fit in somewhere as well. But you can see the IJssel is actually broadening out a little bit more now as we head further to the north. This bridge was amazing as we went through Zola. See there, it's about 6 metres deep, so we had to have the bridge lifted up. You can see those wheels on the top. They have cables that lift that whole bridge up, and it would only do it at a certain time, because you would have noticed it was a pretty busy roadway across there. Here we are coming into Kampen. Now we called the guy up, he said, yep, we've got space for you, come on in. And the minute we got in the entrance here, whoa, there it was, at the barge on the right hand side.
Your party going on?
You want us on here? Okay, we're on that barge, Mark.
The blue one?
Shitting in the ice, you know?
Hi.
Oh. Niet slecht.
Niet slecht. The boat?
Notice on the port side how little room there is left for other boats to get into the marina, and yeah, they could get past, but a couple of yachties got tangled up in that tree, so it wasn't very popular.
So where are we, sweetie?
Wij zijn in Kampen in Holland, in Gelderland.
Yep, in Kampen.
Ja, Kampen, ik heb het
Yep.
gezegd.
We had to move the boat this morning. The people in the barge beside us wanted to go out, so first thing we had to do was move the boat. But yeah, we thought we'd pop into town. It's supposed to be quite a nice town, and see if we can find a nice coffee.
Oh,
exciting, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then today, we're not sure where we're going to go today. One option is to stay here another night. Anyway, we'll work it out. Lovely
Cute, isn't
little
it?
marina.
Cute marina.
It is a cute marina. Look at that. Oh, don't tell anybody, but I crashed the drone too. Oops. Bit of damage.
Kampen's an amazing town. Every year at the end of winter, they have a festival to celebrate the cows coming out of the barns and going into the fields, and the cows literally dance. They jump up and down, bounce all over the place. It's a learned habit. Also, once the town tried to stop a flood by building a dam out of onions in sacks. How crazy is that? Yeah, Kampen, beautiful little town, beautiful little town. We'll go back.
Well, I'm just walking back along the IJssel. So we've come all the way from Antwerp, right through Holland and about to head out into the Lelystad, which is just above Amsterdam, but effectively we've gone from one side of Holland to the other, from south to north. And now we're going to slowly look at finding somewhere that we're going to be happy to make our base for the next 4 to 6 months until April next year, which is kind of a neat feeling actually, because we were in a cafe today and I went past a couple of pubs and I thought, yep, I could see myself just popping in there for a beer or sitting down there for a coffee, get a book to read. So it's going to become a much slower part of the journey for the next 6 months before we head off back to the UK into Scotland. But yeah, really looking forward to just enjoying a part of Holland, the Nederland, and when the weather's right, maybe just heading off for 2 or 3 days somewhere, but kind of establish a bit of a base somewhere. It's going to be cold, so we'll have to start looking at things for the boat around there, and us for that matter. First thing is to get the heater fixed, because Webasto is still not working, but the factory is onto it. They're going to come here while we're back home in New Zealand. Anyway, there's the IJssel. Come all the way down there, really enjoyed it. Biggest thing for me was you just have to be focused all the time. Out at sea you can have a big look around, you see there's no threats, so you can just sort of relax a bit. On the canal, 20 seconds too long, you're on a bank. So yeah, full attention when on the rivers and the canals, that's for sure. But it's been a lot of fun so far, a lot of fun. Love Holland, love the Nederland. 26th of July, here we are in Kampen. Nice simple trip today out of the IJssel into the IJsselmeer, and we are going to go to Lelystad. Looks like a really neat marina there. Might stop somewhere for the kids to have a swim. Then we're going to head across to Volendam and then into Amsterdam for a couple of days. Anyway, Lelystad tonight. It's nice and warm, overcast, and just a gentle breeze. Very nice marina here in Kampen.
Schöne Tage, hè?
Ja, goedendag. Dankjewel.
Graag gedaan.
Some of the marinas that we go into are so tight, there's actually not room to turn around and go out front ways. So you have to back out. That's a bit of a challenge on Awanui NZ, because as you probably know, there's not that good a visibility backwards unless you're up on the top deck. Well, today the weather was okay, so I was up on the top deck. But at times we've had to back up from the main pilot house. Toughen up, Mark. I suppose you could always put a jacket on and go up there. But anyway, I think the time's coming where I will get a camera fitted to the rear of the boat. It's all wired up for it, up in the ceiling, out in the aft cockpit. So I'll get a camera. I've written to Garmin, see if they want to sponsor it. If they don't, we'll just have to buy one. will fit it. It'll be great to have a view out the back available on one of the screens up the front in the pilot house. So yep, here we are coming out into the ISIL. You'll be able to see it gets quite wide now, and off we head to the IJsselmeer. There's one thing you see a lot of in the Netherlands. It is wind farms, and this one was an amazing one because the shipping lane actually was marked right down one of the big roads. Looked amazing. And here we are coming up towards Lelystad. This is quite a neat sluice because we have to go through the sluice, then under the bridge, but we were the only boat. They were quite happy to open it up for us and process us through. And you can see we've got Sybil out the front there now. We're starting to get quite comfortable in our process going into the sluices or locks. And they actually move only a very small amount. Sometimes it's only 200 or 300 mil. But of course what they're trying to do is control the level of the water right across the IJsselmeer. So they've actually, even though it's only a couple of 100 mil, they've still got to close and open the locks. Otherwise you're just going to get that flow of water out all the time that they can't control, and then they have problems with flooding and that. But you can see here coming in, they're pretty well, the infrastructure is very, very well put together. This is a big lock, so you can imagine how busy it must get at times. But here we were, no stress for us. We're able to go forward. Basically, all we're interested in doing is getting a line over one of those bollards, and then as it goes up or down 200 millimeters, I mean 200 millimeters doesn't matter too much. We just control the line by letting it out or taking it in. But I mean, in some locks it could be 2 meters, so then you've got to be pretty careful, because obviously you don't want to end up too tight on the line, or in fact too loose, because you move around a little bit. But we're starting to feel pretty comfortable in these locks really, and enjoy them.
Opening.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask. No, they're going to put it. See the arms going down here, Sybil, up on the top.
That's it. That's it. That was the 5 centimeters or what? Okay, take them off.
Now you see the light system there ahead of us on our starboard and port sides. So if we're going to be the first boats out on this side of the bridge, then we get a red and a green. So that's telling you you will go out before any boats that are on the other side come in. So if they're going to come in first, then we always get red on this side. And once you've got your head around that, it makes it an incredibly simple process. I mean, you can see this bridge coming up here. That is a big bridge. That's a major road across there. And as we went through, we could look back, and honestly, there are a ton of cars on both sides and trucks held up effectively for just one boat to go through. But that's how it works in Holland. They recognise that the waterways are super, super important to the country. And so they have people on all these bridges, some of them virtual, but most of them manned, and they lift them up to let you through. It's amazing.
Unbelievable! The first time going through a sluice, a lock, with a bridge. So we zijn in een sluis en daar was een brug. We gingen een paar, ongeveer 50 centimeter naar beneden in de sluis. En dan ging de brug op. Dan hebben we groene lucht gegeven. En dan kunnen we weer op weg gaan. Leuk hè? Zo leuk. Een sluis en een brug. Hier. Ja, we gaan hier naar haven. Kom mee. Ja, kom zo. Kom zo. Zie je dan.
Searching for the reasons, in need of the rhymes, always feeling like I'm the one out of time. Moving round in circles, feeling like I've lost my way. And then suddenly, here you are, right in front And now I'm falling slowly into you, not knowing what we will find, or what a future might hide. I'm falling slowly into you. Can't get the thought of you out of my mind. Trying to see clearly, picking up the pieces of my heart. Let us turn the page, a brand new start. Keep moving on, 'cause I'm falling slowly into you, not knowing what we will find.
Alright, so here we are in Batavia Haven, and you can see why it's called that. And look at all the big masted yachts over there. Anyway, we're in Batavia Haven. It's Sunday morning, 26th of July. And we wanted to pump out the Blackwater tank because you're not allowed to just discharge here in Holland. So unfortunately this marina is broken, and it seems to be the case around the place a lot. So we've rung this marina along here, and they've said, yep, because theirs is broken, come along and you can tie up and we'll allow you to pump out. Once we've done that, we're heading across the bay, the Ijsselmeer, into Volendam. And we're going to be staying in Volendam over here in this lovely little marina that is right in front of the old town. So yeah, it's going to be a great day. So we're just getting ready to go, and we'll be off the pier. Met another follower this morning. Well, in fact, 2 followers. One of them came out yesterday to meet us. You'll see him. He got a photo of us. He's just left in their boat, ex-tug captain. Yeah, we'll head out of the marina. Should be good.
Right, so here we are coming into the marina just down the road from Batavia Marina, and it seems like around this area quite a few of the pump out stations aren't working, and they're very, very strict on this in Holland. You cannot discharge into the Ijsselmeer. In fact, you can't discharge anywhere in Holland. You must get it pumped out. Anyway, we rang this marina up, and they were just magic. They said, yep, come on down. Appeared like it hadn't been requested much by other people though, which seemed a little bit strange given the one down the road wasn't working. Anyway, we're coming onto the wharf, and basically when you get onto the wharf, they've got a suction hose. It's about 75 millimeters across, 3 inches, and then we've got a deck wash. You can just see it, not a deck wash, a waste port on the starboard side there, just in front of Fiona. So we have to undo that. We plug the pipe into it, and then we go down into the guest cabin and we change it from overboard discharge to suction discharge, and then we can empty out both the wastewater tank and the grey water tank. Anyway, there's the lady waiting for us. She was really helpful. Took us about 25 minutes in all. And you can tell it's going because there's all this brown sludgy water going past and a little bit of see-through pipe, which I'm assuming is for that purpose. Anyway, it was really pleasing to get it done. The capacity is 300 litres in each tank, so we had to pump out about 600 litres. We were pretty full, pretty full.
What about the other water? The
Turn it off,
grey?
Mark. Turn it off.
Yep,
You've only got the grey down to 2, Mark.
that's right.
Wouldn't you want to do it while we're here? Mark?
No.
What you doing, Marky?
I'm emptying the poo tank. The poop tank. Officially known as the black water tank. Why black, I don't know.
It's going all right, you think?
Well, I think so. I don't want to let go of it.
Yeah. You haven't got any poop on your face yet?
What are you doing, Joshua?
I'm doing a not
Cool.
that fun.
For what?
To do some fishing.
Ah, we're going to catch big monster fish for dinner. Good boy. We might still make a booking at a restaurant, huh? Well, here we are in Volendam. It was a very tight fit. They had us back against this boat behind us, and then at the front there was another yacht going that way. So it was very, very tight, but that yacht's gone, so we've now got ourselves nicely secured. They like their small spaces over here, and then there is Volendam, so we're going to take you there. I'm going to get a beer.
Where are we, Marky?
We are in Volendam, and I've already told everybody that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I know you didn't, but I've
Very
told them
exciting.
that. It's a shame we couldn't be on that side of the pier.
That is where the ferries come,
No,
Marky.
it's not where the ferries go.
Oh, the ferries are over
Ferry
there.
goes over there, look.
Oh, okay. They quite like where we are.
Yeah, but I quite like there. Imagine being parked right there.
Amazing how they find space, eh?
Oh yeah, it's like being in, that would be like being in the Greek islands again.
That's a big one.
Wouldn't it though?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
be like being in the Greek islands. Anyway, beautiful town. Let's go.
Been here with Olma and Olpa.
Yeah, with Fiona's mum and dad. So cool. And Ben, our eldest boy, when he was a year, well, 10 months,
and all
wasn't
the
he?
kids in 2006.
Ah, yeah, and all the other
No,
kids in
So
2006.
Renee may not remember that.
Yeah, Renee probably doesn't remember. Do you think we'll tell her that?
Yeah.
Oh, she'll tell us, huh?